What up, world? We back again. It's your boy Chuck Wick Ailes, aka Charles Brown, back again with another what? Talking facts. You good? Good. All right, man. This is what it is, man. This is what we looking at. Looking at something crazy right now. I told you, 2019 is going to be crazy. I told you that, and it's looking really ridiculous out here. We got another one. Another crazy story that's looking like it's probably going to end up in jail time for someone. Your boy from Empire. I didn't even know Empire was still on the air, to be honest. I thought the last season was last season, but I ain't watched it in about 4-5 seasons, so I don't know what's going on. But apparently your boy Jussie, Lucius Lyons' oldest son. No, he ain't his oldest son. He's like the next to last before, I think his name is Kareem or Rakeem or whatever, the youngest one. But Lucius Lyons, the son he threw in the trash can. Jamal Lyons, has basically been caught in a very complicated spider's web. Talking about hate crimes, MAGA hats, nooses around necks. So this guy had everybody up in arms fighting. He comes out with an accusation. He's in the hospital. Jussie Smollet attacked savagely, called the N-word by two white men in MAGA hats. Jussie Smollet has been a victim of hate. He's been traumatized. He's been abused. He still had the noose wrapped around his neck. The police have no clues. They are frantically searching for footage of the assailants. We will keep you informed. This is a travesty. People jumped on Twitter, and everything went haywire. So you either was rocking with him, and if you weren't, you were getting immediately bashed. I remember Erykah Badu said something to the effects. Now she looked like a fucking genius, but at the time, something to the effects of "wait for the facts." The internet, Black Twitter, literally decapitated her in seconds for daring to even act like this could not be 100% fact. Coming from Jussie Smollett, who it took me literally years. I didn't know this man's real name till now. You could have said Jussie Smollett before this whole thing. I would have been like, who was that? That's Lucius Lyons' son, the gay one. Oh, I got it. The one he threw in the trash can. I got it. Jamal, the heart of the show. The heart and soul of the show. The guy that keeps that show going. In my opinion, I don't think the show would even still be on if he wasn't on there. Apparently, this dude hired 2 extras from the show to go and beat him up after a random trip to Subway on one of the coldest nights in Chicago. I admit I was sucked in wanting to believe this guy. I got into Twitter and Instagram beefs about jumping to conclusions. A lot of y'all was jumping to conclusions just because he's gay. Let's keep it real. And a lot of y'all really homophobic, and a lot of y'all was like, he ain't lying because he's a gay black man, so you don't want to trust or believe or support. Because if he wasn't lying, you would have to support him, and you don't want to support a gay black man. So a lot of y'all dudes jump to he's lying immediately because of his sexual orientation. I'm not going to do that. I'm very comfortable with myself, so I'm not going to try to disparage a person just because of their sexual orientation. That's not me. I don't care about that. But what I do care about is you're going to bring in this Make America Great issue. Now, if you left that out, they probably wouldn't be on you like this. They would have been like, we can't find the 2 guys, da-da-da. You had to go and put MAGA in there. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to go to the end of the story. I'm going to skip to it. You know, we do controversial topics on the show, and this is another controversial topic. Your boy, Lucius left foot Jamal Lyons went and told a whole fabricated story. He allegedly cut out magazine letters and created a fake threat to himself, mailed that to himself. That's a crime. And then you orchestrate an attack. You had these guys, you give them 35 to 4,000 to beat you up. This has to be the dumbest crime. Like the dumbest crime. The dumbest crime. He would have been better off beating himself up in an alley where there were no fucking cameras, and they would have never had it. They would have never found anyone. But you have them come and beat you up, and they're completely black. Like they're not even close to white. This could not be more freaking ridiculous if someone wrote this. You hired two black guys to pretend they're two white guys and beat you up, call you nigger and all this stuff. You're on ABC crying, talking about who would make this up. What kind of person would make you the person that would make this up? So my question is, did Jussie Smollet set back blacks and gays? This is a very complicated issue. But if you're gonna ask me, I think he set us both. He set both of them back. He set back blacks because, first of all, he's crying wolf, and he's making it about a black man getting beat up by white men. That is as racial as it gets. Take away the MAGA hat. Take away the "you're a nigger." Take away all of that. And just a black man, a smaller black man being attacked by two bigger white men, calling him the N-word. That right, very inflammatory. There ain't no... You did that, that's a problem. So... at that point, you're going to have to answer for that. So that right there, you just destroyed any and all credibility. Now that we know that you have orchestrated this, but at the end of the day, you threw out a racist stereotype. That's a problem, because now when we really get beat up, they're going to be pulling out the Jussie Smollet for every accusation of bigotry. Someone got beat up by two white guys. One guy jumped by four, whatever it is. Now they could just say it never touched them. This is the Jussie Smollet all over again. Just like we say, this is Rodney King all over again. Their new thing gonna be, this is Jussie Smollett all over again. Why did he do this? I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's running around calling himself the gay Tupac. Now, to be the gay Tupac, you have to have conflict. Tupac has conflict. Tupac has mad conflict all over the world. This place, that he got mad conflict all over the place. That's what made his name what it was. When Tupac shot at the two cops, Tupac became a hero in the hood. How you gonna be the gay Tupac when you can't even get in a freaking fingernail fight at a Starbucks? There's no one trying to beat this man up. There's no one trying to hurt him. So he needs a fight. He needs a struggle. He needs some type of conflict that's going to pull his name up and make him more reputable. I ain't want to believe it, but now when I put all the pieces together, I'm like, it makes perfect sense. He's the black Tupac with no fight. There's no one to fight. No one's going to beat him up. He can't hire two white guys because they're going to immediately go and say, yeah, this guy's trying to set up a race war. They're going to immediately snitch. So you can't hire two white guys. Your next best is going to hire two competent black guys. Ain't no Mexicans going to do it, or no Spanish dudes. They're not getting involved with that. Not for no 3,500. They're not doing that. So now you go and get the two Nigerians who, for whatever reason, decide to rock with you on this. They on your phone. That's why you didn't want to give up your phone. You're calling them, orchestrating this. You've been orchestrating this for weeks. So now you're a liar and a psychopath. Now, what's the excuse going to be for this? Like, what are you going to say? Oh, it's mental health. I was mentally whatever. Like, that's what's coming, right? An apology and a bunch of other nonsense. This is what I got to say. So this dude basically flamed up racial tensions. Come to find out, this dude is the actual, he's the actual orchestrator of the whole shit. Right? It makes Zero sense, but it makes all the sense in the world. Why would he do this? Because he basically tells the cops, "Oh, I wasn't satisfied with my salary." Yeah, you got people all on Twitter clashing with Trump supporters, and they fighting back, and rightfully so, saying the most hateful things to each other, making memes, trying to bring down each side. And I saw like a little young trans girl on there yesterday still trying to not believe it. She's still screaming on everyone that's saying anything about Jussie Smollet. She's screaming on everyone. She was screaming on everyone, still screaming, trying to defend this man who already admitted that he's lying. It wasn't looking good a week ago. It wasn't looking good. As soon as they found the two Nigerian men and let them go, it was a on and popping rap. Anyone could see that. Yeah, we were still holding out hope, man. Maybe when they caught the two Nigerians and let them go the same day, that was a wrap. Because them, first of all, them the only two people on camera. No one else was in the fucking vicinity of 3 miles of your ass was on camera. So them the only two figures with hoodies on that you could be talking about. When they turned out to be black, that was a rap. This got to be the dumbest crime ever. Like literally, you described the two dudes that beat you up and said they was white, but you described their clothing, which what they had on, they was black and they had on the same clothes you described, hoodies and all this and that. Bro, you got to be ridiculously stupid. So let's see, he gonna get a bail, probably come out. He ain't gonna do no press. I think I saw him coming out now in the news. I think he gonna do no press. If he's smart, no press right now. Let this die down. There ain't gonna be no press. But what it is gonna be is a lot of people turning their back on him. Because there was a lot of emotion thrown out there on Twitter. Lee Daniels and Taraji P. Henson. A lot of people just rocking with him, going to see him in the hospital. I'm going to tell you some real shit that no one's saying. I think Taraji knew he was lying because after the one time she said something about him, I don't think Taraji said a word about this dude. And she was still promoting that day. Later that night, I'm like, damn, she promoting this shit? And this dude in the hospital, this is her man. This is her baby. She got to that hospital and heard something she didn't want to hear. That's what happened. She probably was like, look, do not lie to me. She probably was like, do not lie to me. And he told her the truth. I'm telling you, bro. Taraji knew. She fell back. But end of the day, this set black people back crazy. Now, all of our claims of the prison guard beat me up, the cop beat me up, the damn ambulance man beat me up, whoever beat me up, the fireman, anything you say now going to be questioned. Now, what about the gays, the gay people? I don't say gays, but I had to put that in the title, just whatever. What about the gay people? Now their accusations are second guessed and looked at sideways and talked about as if, here we go. They already was not getting the respect they deserved. They weren't getting believed for the situation now. Now you got a dude that out and out lied and was so adamant about it. I think this thing was like 3 weeks long. When the two dudes told the truth, he still was trying to say they was lying. He still tried to say it's all a lie. The gig is up, bro. You was caught soon as they found the two Africans. They ain't gonna lie for you. What they gonna lie for you for? You gave them $3,500. That's not no lie money. They probably spent the $3,500 before the cops even found them. So that ain't no money to be lying. It's damn sure enough to make them snitch on you. So they did what they was gonna do. They snitched right on. Told them, oh yeah, he PayPal'd me the money. However you did it, they figured it out. Which they was gonna figure it out in the first place. The best thing you should have did was took the rope off your neck, told your story, and refused to press charges and move on and say, I'm not talking about this no more. I'm not talking about this. You should have let it alone. You on a Today Show, you on the ABC, Good Morning America. You telling anyone who will listen about this bullshit tale, so you kept it going. You kept the shit going. Now, unless you really wanted to get caught, you're stupid. If you didn't want to get caught, you're dumb. I'm going to believe you knew you were going to get caught. This is too. They make movies about stuff like this. This is too ridiculous. There is no way, absolutely no way, that you did this and thought you were going to get away with this. You sent the two blackest dudes in Chicago to come beat you up. They hit you probably twice soft. If one of them big muscle head dudes would have caught you any kind of way, it might be a funeral right now. If that big black dude would have caught you good with a left jab, or a left hook or right hook, it'd been night for your ass. It would have been night. If you got beat the way you're saying, we wouldn't even been talking to you for a while. You'd be mush mouth right now. You'd be mush mouth in the bed somewhere. You wouldn't be walking around. Them dudes is big as hell. Both of them dudes coming down on you. No, y'all rehearsed that. You sitting there like you rehearsing stunts for like Jackie Chan doing that. All right, don't bring your arm around. As soon as you get right here, I'm going to roll the punch, but make sure you still connect a certain way and blah, blah, blah. They rehearsed it. It's sad. It's setback blacks. It's setback gays. I'm standing by that. I believe that you can't play with this race stuff. You definitely can't play with this MAGA stuff. This is not a joke. That's not something to play with. You might as well said it was the Ku Klux Klan or something, because it's the same exact thing. You cannot play with that in this time of era. This day and age, you can't play with these politics. You can't do it. Now you empowered them, actually. They are empowered. Now they've been proven right. The media, the false fake news media, now you've given, because the news ran with it. As they should. The credible source was you. You're the credible source. You're the credible source. So the news ran with it. You fed it more. You fed the beast more with the bullshit posts and the bullshit interviews. You should have fell back and done nothing. Then it leaves room for doubt. These niggas should not have bought no masks nowhere. If you're going to plan that, they shouldn't be buying anything in the vicinity of the fucking crime, you nut. That's how Triple X, that's how XXX Tentacion's killers got caught. They bought masks right across the fucking street, dummy. And went to kill him in the mask they just bought. You can't be this dumb, bro. The police are going to canvass the area. They're going to put up a certain mile radius and they're going to hit every store. Dummy. Don't you watch TV? Don't you watch Law and Order? Are you ridiculous, bro? So they did their job. Like a cop supposed to do, call flatfoots. They did their job. They canvassed the area. They came up on your boys where they had actually bought their rope, bought their mask and the hats and all this nonsense. And they see these two numbnuts on film. On footage. It didn't even take them that long. Now, what the one thing I can get is, dude, I do give him some type of empathy because this stuff got leaked out way too bad. It's like the cops, once something was said, they stood up, left the room, went straight to the phone and texted to somebody. I've never seen this much stuff leaked this fast in any case, any criminal case. Tekashi shit took months to get where we are with this shit. And we shouldn't even know all the shit we know. But it took months and months. This dude, they was leaking everything as soon as they got it. They leaking it. As soon as they got it, they leaking it. He was in the elevator. Oh, he had to retract. He wasn't in the elevator. They're like, all this nonsense. All for what? Because this dude is supposedly... So I was thinking about this guy. I'm like... I'm looking at him. I'm listening to him talk. And I'm like... He wants this too bad. He's trying too hard to convince you that it's true. And he's very convincing. He's very convincing. If you're watching that, if you're looking for raw emotion, he gives it to you. If you're looking for answers, he gives you all the answers. Not a lot of them ain't making no sense. But when a person is wham, 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 coming with the answer, detailed answer, then you're starting to question if it's bullshit or not. So end of the day, this guy is telling us everything he needs to tell us to make it into a hate crime. Everything that he needs to say to make us sympathize or empathize with his situation. There is zero chance that this guy career it continues. Now, there are chances that he has to come out with some, I did a social experiment, I went too far with it. He can't just be like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry not gonna work. I'm sorry means I did a mistake, and I'm sorry that it won't happen again. No one can tell, because this is such a big lie, and you orchestrated this so well. Like, you didn't just think of this shit and say it. You orchestrated this shit for weeks. You dragged the police into it. You dragged the whole country into it in the name of what? Getting your profile up? Well, your profile's up, bro. You trending #1. You made it. Congrats. But it ain't looking good for you now. I don't wish jail on nobody, but I think you might end up in jail. And I get it that he's a star, but they just threw Bill Cosby in there for one of the rapes. That wasn't every rape. They threw Bill Cosby in there for one rape. So, yeah, it ain't that simple to just beat that stuff. So I don't think. So it could be a toss-up. He might do jail, or these lawyers might get so slick and be like, make him so sympathetic and that this dude mess around and get community service or something done. Right? And then pay a fine, and that's it. Who knows? They're going to advocate for him not to get no time. Now, the only way he can save his career is after he get that sentence or whatever it is, whether he serves jail time or not, he has to be like, this was a social experiment that I wanted to prove how much this country is divided I wanted to give him one perfect scenario where both sides have a unique interest in the actual case, in the actual accusation. People on the Republican side are going to be mad because you named Donald Trump's supporters as the attackers. People on the Democrat side are going to be mad because Donald Trump supporters are the attackers. So it's like you centralize this into the main thing. And then a lot of Democrat people are lesbians, gays, bisexuals, queers, all that stuff. A lot of them people are Democrats. So they got a whole lot of shit to be mad about too. So you just swooped up everyone into this shit. Now you got an answer for it. And I think the answer not going to be nothing you want to hear. But for you to do something so stupid, man, you might deserve this. You might deserve to do the entire 3 years. And I don't think there's a soul on earth that's going to cry for you when that judge say 3 years. There's going to be a couple people thinking you're a victim, because it always is. But at the end of the day, you ain't no victim. You try to be the gay Tupac that has the whole world against them, and at the end of the day, wasn't nobody against you. You actually did it for your numbers and your clicks to go up. You thought you was going to ride off in sunset as the dude that got beat up, and you could stand on that podium and you could stand on that soapbox and just rail against human rights violations and homophobia and bigotry and become this Harry Belafonte of 2019. Instead, you became goofball #1. You became OJ without any of the violence. you didn't cut nobody's throat. You're OJ, but the stupid one. And I defended this dude. I was like, I was getting in people's Instagram posts, going at people for being assholes. Because some people were just being assholes. Some people weren't, whatever. Some people were just saying shit to be assholes. And I get it. It is what it is. So to answer my own question, man, is did Jussie Smollet set back blacks and gays? Hell yeah. He set us back years. He set us back 30, 40 years. Because now we got to clean up this mess. And everyone who has an accusation now, they're going to be looking at you sideways. Instead of trying to figure out how it happened, they're going to be trying to figure out how it didn't happen. And that's the problem. You don't want officers trying to figure out to disprove your claim. They're supposed to be trying to prove your claim. Not sitting there, how fast can we disprove and say he's lying? Now you mess it up for everybody. Jussie Smollet, I hope you get what you want, because you're going to get it. And this is exactly what you must want, because it's a fool's tactic to have two dudes you barely know attack you. Like I said, you would have been better off attacking yourself. You would have been better off having no one come to fight you, because then they could say, we don't believe, but there's no one to tell on you. My name is Chuck Wick Ills, a.k.a. Charles Brown. Thank you for watching. I told you it's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm going to be doing a lot of just dissecting this nonsense. This is nonsense. I think we're losing our minds in 2019. But I'm here. I'll be here. Check me out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. A lot of new stuff happening. Some new music coming too. Check y'all out on the flip side. Peace.